More bad news for us because the national debt continues to surge, but states now fearing major deficit projected in the near future. The Hill national correspondent Reid Wilson has the details. Reid. Let's talk about this situation because we haven't talked about this, the precarious situation, financial situation of these states in a long time, but that hasn't gone away, has it?
No, it really hasn't. After the recession, states have struggled to rebound their tax revenue bases, and most states for the last few years have been experiencing some decent growth, 4 to 5% annually, which, as we look historically, is about what states expect every year. But in the last year or so, and especially just in the last few months, some state budget analysts are seeing growth of only about 2% annually, and that just doesn't keep pace with expenditures. So even as these states struggle to recover from the recession, they're looking at what could be the next cliff.
You know, Reid, no matter what, it does feel like because of all the promises that these states have made, because of demographic shifts with an aging population, and the overall, you know, sort of flaccid recovery that we've enjoyed or haven't enjoyed, that the states are going to have to deal with some of these issues, like the lavish promises they've made, for instance, union workers and past government workers. How do they ever reconcile that? Do any of them try to get aggressive and nip it in the bud, or do they all wait till they're on the edge of the cliff?
Well, we're seeing some interesting experimenting going on in states, both red states and blue states, by Democrats and Republicans to try to repair some of these bigger holes. In states like California, they've raised taxes on the wealthy. That's helped them actually build a pretty good surplus. In some other states, red states, blue states, again, Louisiana is going to face a really deep deficit next year, Oregon as well, Pennsylvania as well. A lot of these states are being hurt primarily by the drop in commodity prices. States like North Dakota, Wyoming, Louisiana, New Mexico all essentially weathered the recovery pretty well, or the recession pretty well, because of high oil prices. Now that those oil prices are down, extraction taxes are down, and they're having to plug some pretty big budget holes.
You concerned at all about states like Michigan, California, and others that have these that have made some really serious promises in the past?
Well, yeah, and I think every state should be concerned because their various tax schemes are so dependent on one source of revenue or another. Take California, which right now looks like it's going pretty well, and they've got some pretty big budget surpluses. However, their state budget is so dependent on things like capital gains taxes that if the market doesn't keep going as strongly as it has been for the last few years, they're going to face another hole. Governor Jerry Brown has been really concerned about that. Other states dealing with things like income tax dependency, sales tax dependency. Those
and the
go
thing about
when
California, Reid, is you can't go back and retroactively tax people again like they did last time. Hey, Reid, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.